welcome back to number 2 of Metemphysics. Today we are going to be expressing the light version, which is found under the tab Metemphysics on the website. It's the second one. You click Metemphysics, and in the introduction of a unified theory you'll see the Metemphysics button. If you click that, you'll get the light version, which is just a dissected decourse of the long hard version that is after this. And what I want to start with today is just understanding the definitions of what I'm promoting, so we can get more clarity throughout what we're discussing. So the first thing I'm going to open it up with is disorder. Now, disorder is a very confusing attribute to most people. It's simply an energy within the triad: entropy, three things; chaos, order, disorder. It's the 3 in 1. Disorder is what we perceive around us. Order would be the organization of what we perceive, and the chaos would be the infringement of thought or matter that is not in a pure state. Disorder thus then is positive matter. It's information. It's 1 and zeros. It is basically 1 and 0. So disorder can be either 1 or 0, and the 0 has infinite potential like this, so eventually, like a singularity, it explodes. You can see a singularity just like a popcorn kernel, and I'll explain that later. Now you're asking me, what is order? Order would be antimatter, or it would be pure matter, which would mean a pure substance that has no defilements, and it's just traversing in the bifurcation point. Could be considered a black hole order sometimes because it's organizing new forms by fissioning the particles. And then that leads us to the next definition, which is a singularity, and that is the black hole with an epicenter. So everything is involuting the strings of the black hole unto itself, and that is the epicenter. It's the singularity within the black hole. It's where the structure of space-time is located. It's the infinite, unmanifested potential of infinite reality. And when the reality hits a state of infinity, due to reverse and forward equilibrium of the event horizon of the black hole, it's going to collapse and it's going to implode on itself, and then it explodes into a star, and that's fusion, and that's how the boom, Big Bang, right, or boom, a supernova, or boom, whatever, light waves come out, light waves retract, light waves come out, light waves retract. It's kind of like this. If you see, here's string theory for you. Here, it's light waves opening, rays involving, it goes around, it goes like this, and bam, it creates a circle. That's basically a bubble system, or also it's how rays can form back upon themselves and return from this state to this. It's always creating a larger star, a black hole, or larger singularity. It's engulfing more matter, it's engulfing more energy, it's creating it into a substitute form of reality. Now and why is that happening? We've got to question why. Why is there even movement in that singularity? Well, as I stated in the other video, here's nothing and here's the nothingness. So this is a singularity, and this is all that's coming in. So basically, as this is coming in, it's going bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, what is a star? A star is basically positive matter. It's spread through space and time due to gravity. So star, gravity, pushes out. It's a pull out, push out. Black hole, push in, collect stuff. So it's just like pushing in, going out, pushing in, going out. Now, we get to the point of what is gravity along the lines of a star and a singularity. Gravity is just an attractor placed upon all atoms. So here's your atom, and this is the force of gravity keeping things within the atom. So there could be a micro atom where basically the strings are coming out, the electron path, it's all where it is, right? But the gravity is what's keeping those electron spins close to the nuclei of the atom. And gravity basically is just the reference point of how far it is from its beginning point in time. So it can go farther as the strings express, or it can come back as gravity it gets intense. It's all due to the mass of this and the density of the singularity or ball. And that leads us to the next. What is density? the shape of a molecule within the ether. So here is an atom. What is the density? 1 inside, 1 density. 2 inside, 2 density. 3 inside, 3 density. These formulations are infinite as time allows it to, and it is the unmanifested potential of energy that could evolve into what we perceive now. So it's just giving form and reason and harmony to what is. And how does time and harmony all link together? Well, time basically is, like I said, same with an atom. Time is a gravity system. So time is the distance that we travel from one point. That's all. It can go slower or faster. Time is really up to the relativity of what's going on. And the distance is just how far the strings of the atom have traveled. And like, here's one atom, here's one atom, here's one atom, here's one atom, and they're all spreading out. So it's creating this huge reality web through words and bubbles. Now, if we follow Newton's third law again, and we see for every forward and reverse, for every opposite, blah, 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 what is it? For every forward and there's an opposite and equal reaction. So if time's moving forward, there has to be an opposite reaction of time moving backward, and that's what untime is. It is the measurement within a singularity, where time and distance have no meaning but are pulling back to themselves, and it is basically how much it is untraveled. So it's the pull, right? It's the gravity pulling in, and it pulls into the epicenter of the atom, or the nuclei. Now push, easy, outward gravity express. Pull, inward gravity express. The push is disorder, it's pushing us away. Order is bringing us back together as an organized oneness. What is a state of infinity? In binary, it's 1, so it's the alpha state. 0, what is that? It's the state of 0-point energy, which is omega, the finalized. Now, to finally end this for the second, there's a such thing as called negative infinity. This is a new concept, and basically it's like a black hole where they keep coalescing together. And to finish the definitions, I'm going to leave the first statement for you guys of the light theory, so you can understand what I'm trying to promote. The rate of order is proportional to the rate of disorder. So if there's one thing taken out of a pie, there's 1/8 gone of disorder, and now there's empty space. But there's still 7/8 disorder, and there's a pocket of order. Keep taking away the pies, more order. Eventually all the pies taken away, perfect order. And also with the black hole, the popcorn kernel. Imagine a black hole like a popcorn kernel. It's vibrating the singularity. Well, you heat up the black hole as a popcorn kernel per se, whichever it's doing, it keeps vibrating and vibrating and vibrating and vibrating until, boom, it pops out like a piece of popcorn and you got a tasty snack. What's existence? We're just food for everything. So that's what I wanted to say. Thank you. Namaste.